Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain, and we're continuing our playthrough of Taro, a fluffy visual novel. The demo. Okay. Opens his eyes because of sunlight passing through the semi-open window. It's really nice to wake up naturally when the sun rises in the morning. Taking a quick look at the clock, he realizes it's 2 PM. Never mind. Sniffy. Tempting scent skims his nose. Oh yes, it should be the weekend. It should be anyway. Turning to the direction it's coming from, he notices a well-sealed bowl of steaming food with cutlery resting on top of it. Food! Rising suddenly, Taro immediately heads to the bowl. He must have left me some leftovers from lunch. Piece of paper slips onto the bowl near... piece of paper near the bowl, basically. Grabbing the leaflet, he realises it's a folded note. Opens it. Left you some salmon with potatoes, sleepyhead. Dad and I went out shopping to look after your sister, please, Mom. Salmon. She hasn't prepared that in a long time. Before he can pick up the cutlery, he sees the door already ajar. Follow the opening. Beyond the door is his sister Ayers, sitting and staring at him with a cheerful smile. What are you doing here? Mom says you have to look out for me. Don't have to be in my room to be looked after. But I will wait for you to wake up. You have to look after me. So did you watch me sleep? You draw a lot when you sleep. It's none of your business, now get out. But you have to look after me. Looking after you doesn't mean I have to spend time with you. It just means I have to make sure you don't set the house on fire. Now please get out, I'd like to eat. How can you make sure I don't set fire to the house if you don't keep an eye on me? Let's play something. Are you kidding me? No. Let's play something. Now how do I get rid of her? Don't! Just play a game with her, God's sakes. Now, do you want to play with the blue paper? It's a bubble wrap if you're wondering. I can't pronounce it, but she calls it blue paper. The one that cracks! If you promise to play in your room, I won't tell Mum when you played with it. Alright, give me the paper now! Come with me. Leaving his room, Taro heads to a very high cabinet. And you'll turn around. Why? So they'll give it to you, not that I'd necessarily show you where it is. After I turns to move away, Taro scrambles to the top of the closet to get the bubble wrap. After carefully closing everything, he gives a small piece of bubble wrap to his sister. There you go, enjoy yourself. Grabbing the wrap, I happily runs to her room. Thank you, big brother. Pop, pop, pop. Now Aya is quietly playing. Taro goes back to his room so he can eat. Guess he's a shy eater. Finally some peace. Pop, pop. Is that wrap still cracking? So he makes himself comfortable and looks around. The time spent on sleeping and eating my one day off is really short now. It's 3 PM. Being one of the prestigious schools in the county, students are provided with after-school space to carry out their homework and study. Taro School is also one of the few schools in the county that requires students to attend classes on Saturdays. Can you remind me how little free time I have left? Sunday, I have no homework to do, and tonight is the episode of an anime I look forward to comes out. It's time to relax. Again, I am kind of surprised by how few options you have in this game so far. I get it's setting the scene, and this is kind of the prequel section of the game. But, yeah. Again, the game opens up a lot more when the big dramatization that starts the main story and kicks off everything begins. There we go. See, was that so hard? Personally, I want this guy to get some exercise. During his free day, time seems to fly by all the way up till he hears his mum calling. Taro, dinner is ready. Taro whimpers, having not noticed his mother has returned. Dinner! Dude, you've been eating all day, God's sakes. Getting up at once, he runs downstairs and heads to the kitchen in a hurry. Coming! An hour later. Oh god, he's a fat chonk. I ate too much. But I'd do it again, it was all very good. Taking a breath, he looks up at the clock and notices it's 10 PM. It's pretty late. I wonder if the episode's already out. They're going to the PC, sits right in front of the screen and turns it on. He types the name of the anime into the search bar. Let's see. He reaches the page and he sees that the first episode has come out, but he watched it last week. It's out at last. No, someone's knocking on his door. Yes? In 5 minutes, I want to see you in bed. But I have to watch this episode of a new anime. You've had all day for that. But, Mum, it's only just come out, please. I'll watch this and I'll go to sleep, I promise. Alright, I'll be back to check in 15 minutes. Those things tend to be 30 minutes long. But it lasts 25. Taro screams out loud enough to be heard in the other room. Alright, I'm going to return in 30 then. Mother answers with a resigned tone. Good. After getting comfortable, he watches putting the video on full screen, presses the start button. The show begins. This is the story of how I became the greatest heroic cat the world has ever seen. Is it My Cat Academia? Okay, after thinking about what he wants to do when he grows up, the main cat goes to a specialist to find what was special about him. Better give up. Only special individuals can aspire to that much. You have nothing special. I'm sorry. Despite the disappointment that he's finding he's 1 in 1,000 without anything special, the mother of the main character tries to comfort him. It's basically My Hero Academia. I'm just going to skip through this bit, because unless it becomes plot relevant. I bet this is going to inspire him to step in with the bullying. Yeah, so Taro is pretty inspired by this. It's been 30 minutes, go to bed, his mother yells, on time, like a clock to warn him. Alright. Did you hear me? Yes, I was reflecting on a beautiful moment. Reflect on it in bed, soon the lights will be off. Okay. Before he could get into bed, his mother talks to him again through the hallway. Get up earlier tomorrow, you have to take a shower. But I don't want to. Tomorrow you go to school, and no, you can't skip it. Why do I have to get wet just to go to school? Because you smell like bad cheese. That's not true. Sniff, sniff. I better take a shower tomorrow. Exhausted from barely doing anything, he rolls towards bed. Can't wait to see the next one. Remembering the final scene of the episode, a cold shiver runs through him with enthusiasm. You too can be a hero. What a statement. Today was a really good day. Maybe it's better to set the alarm 30 minutes earlier. I can take my time showering, and after that I'll have a good breakfast too. I want to start the day with the right paw tomorrow. Finally getting comfortable, Taro closes his eyes and almost immediately falls into a deep sleep as usual. Day 5. Dun dun dun. Oh, excuse me. Do apologise. Beep beep beep. The alarm goes off. Ooh. I have to take a shower. Immediately he heads towards the bathroom. Takes off his clothes and gets into the shower and starts licking himself. Yeah. Takes a good 10 minutes, but in the end he manages to clean himself well. Finishes with a very fast wash of water on the snout. All clean and fragrant, he steps out of the shower. With towel and hair dry, dries all his hair in no time, pausing only to gaze at its satisfied-looking reflection in the mirror. Now that's much better. Dressing quickly, he goes down to have breakfast. How quiet we are today. Forgive me, but I don't have time. Today I want to get to school early. Oh, that's surprising, but I'm glad. Really great breakfast, Mom. Bye, see you in the afternoon. He says, getting up from the table. See you too, Taro. Taking his bag, he leaves the house to go to school. What enthusiasm. He's getting excited for a day or two, then he discovers something new on his site. Hearing out his words, the father briefly chokes on his coffee. Honey, what are you doing? I just have to go out now. Monday is hell. Yes, but try not to overwork yourself. As soon as she says, his father gets up. His house like, alright. So essentially the dad thinks that he's looking at new things on the adult sites when it's just anime. In no time at all, Taro arrives at the school and finds himself walking down the corridor to his classroom. The way to school was incredibly short. I don't feel exhausted. Walking down the hall towards his classroom, he notices a familiar snout. But that's the cat who was wounded last Saturday. Making his miserable expression, the strange feeling fills Taro. No one talks to him and avoiding him almost if they were sick. Maybe we should talk to him. It's when the hero of his favourite series comes to mind. What would he do? Well, you don't even know this cat and you've never talked to him. Don't you think it's inappropriate to put your muzzles into matters that don't concern you? Anyways, I'm going to talk to him. Not thinking twice, he approaches the cat standing in front of the lockers. Hey, hello. What am I doing? Making a fool out of yourself. The cat, hearing his voice, turns to Taro with a crooked smile. Hello? The two look at each other for a moment, at least a minute, in full embarrassment without saying anything else. You need anything? How are you? You go first. Oh no, you go first. Okay, do you need anything? Oh no. Well, if you don't need anything, I'll just go. And I mean, yes, forgive me, I just wanted to know how your wound near your eye was doing. Oh, it's nothing. Doctor says it was just a superficial scratch, nothing serious. Wow, you had to go to the doctor? Must be more serious than I thought. What? No. Don't worry, I told you it's nothing. Okay. If you say so, then I'm glad it's nothing serious. I just have to be more careful not to fall over, he whispers in a low tone. Another awkward silence falls over the two cats. Now I better be going, the lessons begin soon. Oh, of course I have to go too, I have a lot to do. I'm studying. Yeah, alright. Turning to the locker, he turns the key to open it. Before taking out the books, however, the attention of two cats focuses on a large sheet of paper hanging from the door. Frowning, the cat leans and read what's scribbled on it. Oh, damn. Hey, One Eye, aren't you ashamed to show your shitty face here after even your dad doesn't want anything to do with you? No wonder your mum needs a daily dose of booze to forget all about the shit you caused. Scarred. Taro quickly takes the sheets hanging from the other cat's locker and furiously tears it into 1,000 pieces. Well, some cats don't know when they cross the line, do they? That's true. The cat answers with a lifeless tone. I really have to go now. See you. After taking his books and shuffling them into his backpack, he closes the locker and drags his paws to his classroom. And in the next moment, he disappears amongst the crowds of students. I've never had such a long conversation. It's gotten into me. I spoke so naturally and loosely. In your dreams. I've been phenomenal. No, not at all. I'm almost heroic. I think you're being delusional. I'm speechless. Although I would have liked to find more comforting words. Next time I'll do better. With quick movements, he picks up the pieces and puts them into the dustbin. When the janitor passes by, he's going to throw them away. Class president, you're getting in the way. If you have to stop, move to one side at least. I'm sorry. Before proceeding to the newly arrived cat turns a glance towards the garbage. Small fragments of derogatory words they immediately let him know it was a bullying message. Did he rip it off? He asked himself aloud as he keeps looking at the fragments of the note. Was that the class president from before? Frightening. Too serious for my taste. Once the teacher enters, the class immediately gets quieter. Everyone sit down, let's get started. Open the book on page 12. Ball theory. It's well known that ever since the old days we cats have liked. Before the teacher finishes the sentence, Taro's already found himself lost in his thoughts. Just such a simple topic really need to be covered. Sometimes I think they give us pages to study quietly in class. It would be a lot more relaxing. What happens to the common sense in the cat world? What happens to our yarn ball in my room? I'm all certain Aya steals it from me at night. That kitten can really have a stealthy sep. Speaking about serious things, what happened to last year's school cook? Is that why the food in the canteen isn't the same anymore? What are they going to give us in the canteen today? I hope there's fish cake again. This time I'll be amongst the first to leave the classroom. In no time, morning class was over and the bell was about to ring. Before you leave, study from page 12 to 20. There might be there might be an unexpected test sometime this week. Is morning class over already? Ding. See you tomorrow. The teacher stands, all the students do the same. I have to move. Taro thinks while getting in line with the others to get out of the classroom. Once he reaches the corridor, he notices barely anyone is there. If I hurry, I'll be one of the first to arrive in the canteen. No. This time you can't avoid me, I'm talking to you. Without even looking around, ignoring the voice completely, Taro proceeds to the canteen. Hey! His thoughts focus on food, knowing he had to be quick. Taro runs around corners and leaves the voice behind. I'm going to be one of the first. Before reaching the stairs, he notices a group of cats standing in a circle again. Today too, little intrigued, he decides to take a look. They're picking on him again. We'd like to talk to you privately. Due to your accident, there are rumours. I didn't say anything. We know, we just want to clear things up. I didn't do anything, there's no need to. Let's go. Same as earlier, he thinks, looking around. Most of the cats nearby are totally still, some back away. Amongst them, Taro recognises the class president. Once again, he doesn't act. Why should he do something? Some very popular cats are gathered here, why don't they intervene? If I was in their position, I'd take action. But being me, I'd only make weapons worse. In the middle of this thought, Taro remembers the words he heard the night before. You too can be a hero. Oh, sorry, you could be a hero too, sorry. Those words echo in his head and his heart, giving him a little courage, and this is where he gets himself made the target of the bullies, I suspect. Everyone looks at such a thing and does nothing. I'm no better, but I can't. No, not that again. Where did this thinking ever get me? This has to change. Stop telling yourself that. Think positive, just like last time. If no one else wants to change this, then I will. Before realising what he's doing, he puts the paw forward. Oh god, I'm really doing this. But I can't stop now. Without hesitation, Taro just gives it a try, like the main character of his beloved anime who runs without thinking about the consequences. Leave him alone! He shouts, sweating because he feels uncomfortable, as if he caught fire. The feeling starts in his hind leg and claws all the way up to his head. And who is this? All the cats in the corridor turn to him, speechless. Have I gone crazy or something? What have you done? I don't know. What have you done? I don't know. It's over, my life is completely destroyed, but I have no regrets. You. Hey, what's all this fuss about? Why are you blocking the corridor? Move. Teacher says something aloud. As soon as they see him, everyone except for the mistreated cat disappears in an instant. The group of bullies is gone, blending with the crowd. How am I still alive? I was scared shitless. So the gates of heaven. Thank you. The poor mistreated cat whispers right beside Taro. You're welcome, he answers in a quick, anxious tone, smiling wickedly before running to the lavatory. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I feel sick. I think I'm going to throw up. Paper back. I need my paper back. He pulls out a common paper bag and starts breathing inside of it. Oh god. That's better. Now, he suddenly remembers what he was doing previously. Gratefully, he clings to the thought of being able to snatch one of his fish cakes so he can forget what just happened. I have to go to the canteen. I don't think anyone took notice, but only those 10 cats who were there know what happened. Yes, you just keep telling yourself that. Absolutely no one will talk about how only one of the students who stood up to the feared bully... absolutely no one will talk about one of the only students who stood up against the feared bullies of the school. See, everyone's already gone. He feels a little better and walks to the canteen, trying not to think about what's just happened. Once he's there, he takes a ball and becomes aware of a strange background buzz, realizing everyone of the students is looking at him. What did he do? Do you see what he did? Must have gone crazy. He's sweating a lot. They're all talking about it. They're all talking about me. He knows, she knows, he knows. Oh, what's he eating? Looks tasty. Why are they laughing? I would be scared shitless. What a strange cat. While even getting the food, he sits at the table trying not to cross the eyes of the others. It's a nightmare. I want to hope that this is not taken too seriously. Out of the blue, a paw wraps around his neck. Out of the blue, a paw wraps around his neck, passing from behind his back like a friendly embrace. Hey, Taro. What have you been up to? The voice behind him says in a strained tone before breaking into a casual laugh. No, Who's that? Please leave me alone. Although he tries to look towards the cat holding him under his paw, the force the cat exerts does not allow him to turn his head. Somehow, you're always in my way. Just can't help but notice. Actually, I don't want to. It's kind of like we're tied together. The tone of his voice grows calmer, deeper, and clearly irritated. As if it was fate or destiny that always makes me find you between my paws. Hearing that voice again, Taro suddenly recognizes that tone, and instantly he freezes. It's Joe! It's obviously Joe. Joe? A feeling of dread spreads from the cat's soft paws all the way to his head. Did he come here to make me pay? We're in the midst of a lot of cats. Looking around, he sees that the cats eating the cafeteria, acting like nothing out of the ordinary is going on. Just like the other cat, they stay out of this. Taro's feelings of anxiety grow stronger, until it's almost unsustainable. Somehow you always find a way to bother me. Isn't that so, Taro? Listen, Joe, I didn't want to. Bam. Joe slams a sheet of paper on the table right in front of Taro, scaring him. Yeah, you're right, I just wanted to ask you one last thing. Joe returns to a cheerful and casual tone from before. You're good at math, aren't you? How do you solve this problem? Joe points with his paw to a sheet of paper resting on the table. Not left with much of a choice, Taro looks at whatever Joe is pointed at. If you don't want to end up like your scarred friend, come behind the school after class alone. Okay, and then there's an actual that makes no sense, because even a teacher looking at this would see the top thing, unless they're planning on tearing that section off. And then random maths question. What? Is that a joke? Oh, now I understand. That's how you solve it. Thank you. To getting his message across, Joe's lowered voice returns to normal. Before Taro can make any gesture, Joe takes back the sheet of paper and removes his paw from the cat's neck. See you after school, Taro. Still confused about what just happened, Taro decides to turn around. To be continued, and I believe that's the end of the demo. well, we get to see the turning point of where everything starts to go to hell for him. And the Kickstarter should still be available. I do actually advise this one. This is quite a fun game. Again, it took a while to get to the point where the plot really starts kicking off. And I think there's a bit too much description of daily odds and ends, but hey, you know, I imagine if you weren't trying to narrate this, you'd be going through it so much faster. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.